Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. This is our third meeting. We're the well-fed neighbors of Taney County. And for those of you that have not come to any of our previous meetings or know what we're about, we're really just a grassroots organization based on local food, local jobs, and coming together as a community. So we want to achieve that, and I think we will achieve that. So I don't have an agenda tonight on paper, so I'm just going to kind of go down the list here. I'm Sam Garner. I'm kind of the head honk, yeah, loud mouth, of the group. So we're here. So I think the thing we want to point out first of all is that we have some minutes from our last meeting, and I think these are going to be great. Annette put those together for us over there. We want to thank her for doing that.
Yeah.
It's going to help us kind of form our goal and refine stuff as we go on. I think we are making progress. Really, beyond having our third meeting, we've done some really cool things. We are learning new things, and I think we're coming up and creating ideas, and that's really going to be the big part as we go through this winter to refine our ideas so that we can actually hit the ground running in springtime. So everybody cares about our community here. We're all members of this community. That's kind of the plan. What we've done over the last month since we last met. Well, we had a very excellent canning workshop that was hosted by Denise and Ken Carr, and it was so awesome. We learned how to can green beans, and what was the
green tomato pickles.
Green tomato pickles.
Ooh.
We did bath water canning, pressure canning. I just want to say thank you so much, Denise and Ken, for hosting that. It was just fabulous. It was excellent.
I never learned that bathwater canning. That was. Yeah. We always did pressure at Grandma's house, but
we've actually got some clips of that, and we will be putting a video together. So we're putting that on our website. That brings me to the next thing that we've done in the last month. We now have a website. Our website hosting is up. We have a domain name. The thing we're working on is finishing up the design of the website. I think we'll have that done by this weekend. So it's just taken a little bit longer. We've had a little bit more to do in our personal lives with me and Brandon than we expected. But our website is wellfedtaneycounty.org. If you go there right now, you'll see a kind of a starter template page for the actual engine we're going to use to build our website on. That's there. We will have that. We have some actual YouTube videos of our past meetings on one of our affiliated websites, which is called wearechangebranson.com, and its YouTube channel. We'll all link that up to the new site when that's done, this weekend sometime. So that is what we did. So that was awesome. And again, thank you, Denise and Kim, for doing that, for hosting that. I think what we need to do tonight is go over some of the goals that we've laid out for the spring, what we actually want to do on the ground, to make a change in the area, and define those, and maybe if we could even staple those down and carry on with them so we can really get going on those. The ideas that we've had so far is we are going to continue to have workshops. Denise is our workshop expert master, our head honcho, truly, on that. And some more workshops, hopefully bigger. We really want to open them up to the public, like the canning one, because it was so informative, and Denise is such a good presenter that I think anyone can come there. I knew nothing about canning, and I totally know how to can. So, I haven't done it since, but we'll see. I think I can. The second goal or idea I think that will be excellent is called the Garden Squad, and that we can change that name, but basically that's one thing I want to head up, one initiative I want to head up within the group. And what we'll be doing is it'll be a group of people that will go around and help people in Taney County plant gardens, and either planting gardens for them or assisting them in doing so. We're going to need seeds to do that, so we'll probably be contacting Baker Creek Seeds, or Joanna will, because she knows Baker Creek Seeds in Mansfield real well, and getting some seeds donated to do that with. They're a really generous company. We gave out, I think, over 1,000 seed packets at our booth at the Grape and Fall Festival. So that's one thing we want to do. I'm going to need people to join with me to do that. I think that's a good opportunity for especially the younger people to get out this spring and out through summer to plant gardens for people. It's a lot of fun. And we're going to develop that. I'm visualizing having basically a set, like maybe like 2, 3, or 4 different styles of gardens that we can plant. I'm not a master gardener. I'm a gardener, but I'm going to need a lot of input from people like Benita, Mr. Ev, for stuff like that. And we're going to work through that, but we have a lot of great resources in our group to pull from. So that's kind of a second goal. A third goal is an idea called container gardening. Basically gardening out of containers. You know, it's like raised bed gardening with plastic containers. That's a program we want to bring to people in apartments, because a lot of times, and I've lived in a condo. You know, I don't now, but I did until 6 months ago for 2 years, and it's very discouraging to plant anything because you don't. You know, I'm in a condo. So especially if you're upstairs, which I was. So we want to bring that to people like that to show them that, with a couple of buckets on your back, deck, or on the ground in front of your house, well maintained, you can grow a pretty significant amount of food for you and your household. We also want to bring that into the school districts in our local area. So we want to bring that into, I'm not sure the age group. Once again, we're going to have to define this. But we want to bring that into the school districts, teaching, I think I visualize younger children learning how to garden, or just learning the basics of being around that, because a lot of these kids, I'd say the vast majority of them are not around that at all. And if we're going to have local food, local jobs, we're going to have people, understanding this at a young age. So it's for our future generation. So that's kind of the 3 goals I'm seeing, and I'd like to kind of just now talk, see what we think, and open this up for discussion about those 3 goals. So we're going to have to start writing this out, and really putting it on paper and doing that. So I'm visualizing seeing that at the next meeting, or maybe tonight even. That is that. I mean, that's an idea. We've got a ton of ideas from our last meeting, which may end up being the actual final goals. But so right now I'm just going to kind of back off, and I want to say let's talk about 3 ideas: the container gardening, ideas for future workshops. Where is everyone in the group interested in learning? And the garden squad. Does that sound crazy? Is anyone interested in helping, etc.? So I guess we can take it from wherever. Maybe we can. What do you guys think about doing the garden squad? What do you all think about that?
I'll volunteer my yard and practice on it.
All right. We can practice on the
whatever excuse I can get for help.
Well, I know you don't have to have a lot of space to have a garden.
No.
The key is to water it.
Okay.
Well, are you speaking of planting them for individuals who maybe can't plant their own?
Yeah, or even people that can helping them do it.
Okay.
Yes.
My only thought would be, is there any help after they're planted? Because a lot of people will plant a garden and then it just kind of basically gets fed to the weeds.
Yeah, there is going to be. That's going to involve either, we may set up an email or a web forum on our website. Maybe people that aren't, computer savvy, I'll just give them my phone number. They can call me, and if I have, I can refer to other people. I mean, I can give kind of basic common sense answers,
Yeah.
Yes, you want to keep water on it,
I mean, obviously it's better to plant them than not. I'm just saying
No,
that,
you're totally
to
right.
minimize how many of them,
Well, especially
go around and don't get used.
Well, yeah, and I really appreciate your input, because the thing is that, we don't, it's funny sometimes you give people something and they just are like, oh, well, that's nice, and then they just, you want to make sure that they're involved with it, otherwise they will just, cook out.
People
Yes.
register for this.
Yes, we can have a sign-up sheet tonight. We've had one in the past. I've got a couple people.
Looking for people who want their garden.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
Can they go on the website and sign up?
They will be able to. Absolutely. And we actually, probably what I'll do with that is I'll put a super classy ad in the Ozarks Publishing, Taney County Times, Stone County Gazette, etc. why, real quick and brief, one reason we're doing this is just because there's been a total, it's not like, I mean, everyone's in the gardening are interested, I'm sure, but it's, as a country, we've actually totally abandoned our food security, navigating container gardening program for just normal citizens and also in the schools. What do you guys think about that?
I really think container gardening is where it needs to be at because we don't really have optimum soil distributed evenly around here. So you gotta even for people who do live in an area like I do with like large plots of land around the house, our soil is rock. That's about it. So container gardening would help us too. It would help everyone from the apartment dweller to the dude who has probably typical Ozark soil, which is just rock. Well, yeah,
well, I think we can.
You can buy that in, can't you?
Putting good dirt in my pots, and I got zilch out of my garden.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of ways to get around it.
Climate's part of it too. But
Yeah, this year was bad. Nothing produced.
I got a whole long row of big black pots, and I got 3 little cucumbers.
I got 3 green peppers. That's about it. I mean, one of them was a giant. They were about that big, but the rest.
Tomatoes,
By the way, Mike, I'm sorry, Mike, what's your last name?
Wasson.
Mike Wasson and Tom Taylor, they're from the Ozark Property Rights Congress, and they came down tonight to join us. So I want to thank you guys for coming down and joining us tonight.